What's up, YouTube? PokePrimer here, finally ready to deliver you Week 6 of the PFL Minor League here on the channel. This week we are taking on Jamall and the LA Lucarios. I'd say you saw the team builder, but you really didn't because I really didn't have time to do one for this one. This is just kind of like spur of the moment. We had to just throw the team together and battle. I thought I had a really good plan going on, but I made a mistake. I had looked at the, I had an old copy of the roster's document saved, so I had Mega Slowbro instead of the Mega Charizard X, which you can see he clearly has. So I packed like Toxic on like 3 Mons to like stall out the whatchamacallit, the Mega Slowbro, and I actually brought the Thundurus, which honestly I had no reason to bring the Thundurus. There's really no reason that the Thundurus should have been there, but it's there anyway, so, you know, what can you do? Mistakes were made. And, yeah, you can see we brought Mega Lopunny, Kyurem Black, Armaldo, Thundurus, Skuntank, and Florges as my opponent. Brought the Chansey, Mew, Mega Charizard X, Meloetta, Stoutland, and the Scrafty. So we're going to get into this. I leave Mega Lopunny as per usual, as my opponent leads with his Scrafty, which is kind of cool, So he gets the Intimidate off, that's fine. I just Mega Evolve right off the bat, go for the Fake Out. Get a decent amount of damage off. Now I go for the high jump kick, and then I miss. Right here is where I knew this battle was going to go downhill really fast. As the Scrafty then goes for the Super Fang. Okay. Now, if I had hit that high jump kick, that would have done, with the Intimidate, that would have done like 60% at least still, 60-70%, and then a return would have killed. So I would have gone for a return, and I would have not obviously hit a not very effective move on a Mew, and then taken unnecessary Rocky Helmet damage. But, you know, that happens. Now, I decided to just go for a Toxic on the Mew. I was fine with this play because, you know, I know that I can tell this Mew's very bulky, so I wanted to put a timer on it and stall it out a little bit. So that was the plan here. I now just go for a return just to get chip damage on this thing. I know I'm at -1, but at least damage is damage. I'll take the Rocky Helmet damage, and then Chun-Li goes down. That high jump kick miss at the very beginning really hurt me, because you're going to see later on in the match that the Scrafty becomes a huge issue. Mew goes for a soft build here, so it's going to get its HP back. Kind of agitating, kind of sucks, but you know, what can you do? I go on to Thor here, because Thor is, I can tell this thing's physically bulky, so Thor is, you know, our special attacker, so Thor is going to do some work. I go for a knockoff here. Conveniently, the Chansey comes in, catches this knockoff right in the face. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff. Get rid of its EV Light, and I am packing the Super Power, so that is with just enough attack investment to guarantee that a knockoff Super Power combo, the min rolls, would KO a Chansey. So bye bye Chansey, get it out of here. I didn't need to deal with that shit. Out comes the Charizard, so I'm immediately thinking he's going to try to set up Dragon Dances, because he might think that I'm physical at this point, which is fine. So he Mega Evolves. And I just go ahead and fire off a Thunder Wave. So in case he starts Dragon Dancing, the speed won't matter anymore, because he will, you know, now be, you know, forever paralyzed and slow. So he does go for the Dragon Dance, which is cool, like I predicted, which is lovely. I do decide to just go for Thunderball here, do as much damage as I can, and luckily, I do get a full paralysis this turn, which is great. So I do decide to go for another one. I figured Thundurus didn't have too much usage here. I do get a crit there, I believe. Yeah, it was a crit. I was hoping for the full para again. The full para would have been great, but the Charizard does break through, go for a Dragon Claw, and it's going to take out my Thundurus really easily. But all that is to me is that just leaves a free kill for Wall Breaker because, you know, this Charizard's very, very weak. He's a free kill for Wall Breaker, and I'm just going to go for a Dragon Claw, swat this Charizard out of the sky, and Wall Breaker is off to a fantastic start. He brings out the Scrafty, which is really, really annoying because, like I said before, this thing's going to become a huge threat the whole matchup. Like, if this thing wasn't as high HP as it is, I would be worried. I went for an Ice Beam here. I don't know why did I go for the Ice Beam? Why did I go for the Ice Beam? He knocks off my Haban Berry. I had the Haban for, I forget what I had the Haban for. Haxorus, I think. I went for the Ice Beam first, and then I went for the Toxic to put the timer on the Scrafty. You can tell this thing's max physically defensive with Assault Vest, which is really, really kind of insane. Really, really bulky Scrafty set. So I wanted to get the Toxic on this thing to get this thing, make sure this thing dies. I go for a Dragon Claw. Doesn't do all that much, but at least it's something. And the Drain Punch is going to kill my Kyurem. I was playing very poorly this match. I'll admit that right now. I played like complete trash this entire matchup. I'm not going to lie. This match was bad. This match was really bad. This is one of the worst matches I've played in a while. If I had played this even slightly better, or gotten, you know, not missed the high jump kick, I might have had a better chance of winning this, but what can you do? So I go out into Vermilion, my lovely, lovely Florges, and I believe I go for a Calm Mind. Yes, I go for the Calm Mind, which is great. I am max physically defensive, so I know I could probably take a hit from this thing. In any other sense, well, it turns out that this thing is in fact banded, so that Iron Head is going to do a crazy amount of damage, and I flinch. If I'd gotten the Moonblast off there, that would have done about like 55%, so I would have made killing this Stoutland later a whole lot easier, but that's not the case. So I decided to go out to Pepe Le Pew here. I think Pepe Le Pew can take a hit. I think he can. I think he can. I think he can. And he kind of can. He kind of can. So Pepe Le Pew takes the Iron Head as my opponent goes out into the Meloetta. I don't know why he went on to the Meloetta, but Pepe Le Pew fires up a Dark Pulse and does over half to the Meloetta. And this thing goes for a Focus Blast. Now, I am Assault Vested. I'm very sure I'm Assault Vested. So we eat that up. Go for another Dark Pulse, and down goes the Meloetta. Beautiful. Get it out of here. Fuck Meloetta. Now, in comes the Scrafty, again being a raging pain in our asshole. Fucking hate Scrafty so much. I decided just to go for a Play Rough. Even though we're -1, it's still going to do a decent amount of damage, and it does. Does a fair amount. As Scrafty's going to go for a Drain Punch, which is going to take out Pepe Le Pew. Hoorah. But my Aftermath is going to bring the Scrafty down to a very, very manageable range to be Revenge Killed, which is great. So I decided to go out into Vermilion. So to go out into Vermilion the Florges, and not going to worry about clicking Calm Mind this time, just in case for the switch. I decide just to go ahead and Moonblast. Take this Scrafty out, get rid of it, be done with it. So this match has been entirely even the whole time. And it worries me. So out comes the Stoutland, and this thing's going to go for an Iron Head. Most definitely going to go for an Iron Head, and just take Florges out immediately. This thing just demolishes us. Now, again, I say, if I had been able to not flinch earlier and hit the Moonblast on this thing, Armaldo could have just immediately taken this thing out as soon as it came in. But, in this case, Armaldo here had to go for a knockoff first, get rid of this thing's band. By the way, the knockoff would have been enough to KO the Stoutland after a +1 Moonblast, but I'm not going to hold too much salt. And Iron Head is now not going to be able to take us out, as Superpower from Stego is going to be more than enough to drop the Stoutland. But, and I do say the buts, there just so happens to be a cute little adorable flying cat thing chilling in the back, waiting patiently for this moment to come out, click Psychic, and take out our Stego. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you lose a match. I'm really, really disappointed because, A, not only was my prep off because I didn't, look at the proper team and prep for the proper team, but I played so poorly, and I'm not gonna lie, I do think the flinch against the Stoutland with Florges mattered a lot. The high jump kick miss with low putty at the very, very beginning, huge. Especially because with his set, he wouldn't have been able to OHKO me with Drain Punch, so I would have been able to then take him out, and that would have been great. But that couldn't happen because, fuck me, right? But yeah. We're gonna try to bounce back from this. It's only one loss. We're 6 weeks deep in the season. It's only one loss. I can't really complain. I have a very, very high differential already, so I can't really be too sad about a 1-0 loss. But we're gonna go on to next week against Ryan and the Rochester Rhyhorns, and hopefully pick up a W against them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, I'm PokePrimer, signing off.